We bojo na sego sewa guego sana seleosta. Good morning and greetings to everyone. This morning I wanted to show or try to share with you a little bit different way that we could do storytelling. So today I brought some of these pieces. These are pieces of bone that I had gotten, and you have to sand them down and shape them this way. And there's a lot of these ones aren't. If you can tell, I don't know if the light's gonna help you. These ones are kind of sanded down. There you go. They're not too bad. There needs a lot more work on these three pieces. You can see how there's. I don't know if you can see. There's something. Yes, there you can see. It's kind of needs a lot. It's a little rough there yet. This one's almost there. This one's almost done. But we used to have a lot of different ways our people to tell stories. Whether it was oral storytelling, which was the way we always did, but sometimes we used a little help, like today. And one of the things I want to share with you today, as part of a story of traditional storytelling, there's a difference. We used to call as a difference. Traditional storytelling was called like our Anishinaabe Moin, and in Anishinaabe Moin was called Otsokan or Otsoge, like that was the storyteller. And we used to also call it Debaja Moin, but that's storytelling. But traditionally, if you're telling a traditional story, those aspects we called on we'd be saying that word would be different. It'd be called the what do you call it? That Otsokonic, the traditional storytellers, traditional stories, right? So that's what we're gonna do today, and hopefully they're gonna tell you the beginning stories, because I want to start from the very beginning of when I was learning some of these. And one of the stories, the very first one, was about in the creation story, and that was there was a character in there, and it was his name is what we can use at this time of the year when there's snow on the ground, was Nana Bojo, or some people knew him as Way Nana Bojo, depending what community you come from. So Nana Bojo, they say, was part human and kind of part spirit, and he had the ability to change his thing he liked to change into was a waboos. And if you hear that word waboos, it goes with the word wabun. Nana Bojo, Wa Bojo. See? Nana Bojo. So it goes like that. So out of these bone pieces, we'll move those to the side a little bit over here. I'll just pack them, stack them up there. We'll move them there, okay? He looked like this kind of in the pictographs, like that. See that? Was way Nana Bojo. He kind of was part human and part of a rabbit. He could switch into that form in that storytelling, right? Well, maybe leave that there. So in our story, that's what he would do, all right? So one of his first things, the first things that Nana Bojo's first task that was given to him by the creator was he had to go all around creation and name everything in creation. That was his first job, right? So we'll look at some of the things, and he would greet them, and that was his job too, was to go around and name them, name all the plants, the animals, the stars, the moon, everything, name everything that we know in creation today that we can see, and also to greet them. That's where we have that greeting from, was Bojo, from Wayne Nana Bojo, from his name was Bojo. So he would go around and say his name and basically introducing himself is what I think he was doing too. But that stuck today, so we say that, we'll say Bojo to each one of these things today. And you'll get to see how this is the beginning part of it. And then later on, we'll use these to maybe tell a story. All right, so let's start. So Nana Bojo, like you said, the one day, Minongwa Madzik, or all together, or whatever they won the first day, Bebejik Gijik, or Nongwa Manda Gijikat. The first one day, this day, he came and he seen a bee, Amo. Near Amo, he's seen this bee right here, right? So this Amo, he said, hey, Bojo Amo. Amo. He said, Bojo. Nana Bojo. They already knew him, I guess. So Amo was there. The next thing that came along was our friend Makwa. Bojo Makwa. Your name will be Makwa. Miigwech. Now, Bojo. So Makwa went up there set by the Amo there. Next was he met down by the water. He met Mijikin, and he has brothers and cousins, Mijikin, Mackinac, and Mijin. And Mijikin, Mackinac, and Mickinaw is all the turtles, the different kinds. But this is Mijikin right here. He's like a snapping turtle. He said, Bojo. Bojo. So he gave him his name as Mijikin. The next one he met, that Nana Bojo met and became a longtime friend of his in our stories. Some of the stories you'll hit to hear later on was our friend Mayengan. Ah, Bojo Mayengan. Haha, Bojo Nana Bojo. So Nana Bojo was there, and he put Mayengan up there, our wolf, right? The next thing was the horned animals. He came. Was this guy. Ah, Bojo Wawashakesh. Ah, or Wawashkeshi. Somebody puts that out. Sometimes you hear that. I should say that. That's my way I say it too. Bojo Wawashakeshi. He put him over here. I will put Wawashakeshi up here with the other animals. How? The next thing he was looking around, they say Nana Bojo was he was walking in creation. And he seen the great flyers in the sky. And one of the ones he met was our ones, it was Mega Z. So he said, ah, Bojo Mega Z. Bojo Nana Bojo. Put Mega Z over here. And then he flew down, Nana Bojo kept walking around that Zaga, that big lake in creation. There was a big lake there. And on his walk, he met another very industrious animal, and it was our beaver. We call him our Amik. Bojo Amik. Bojo Nana Bojo. Bojo. Miigwech. And as he walked along, he seen a playful little guy, and it was our friend Nigik. This could be used as Nigik or otter, or you can use it as Ojik for fisher too. There's a big animal that's like a fisher, like an otter-looking animal, and the otters look like the fishers. I'm going to use that for both. So we say, Bojo. Today we'll say Nigik. Bojo Nigik. Bojo Nana Bojo. Miigwech. And then he went along, and still along the waters, and another one of the flyers that we seen was Achichuk. You guys know what that is? Achichuk. Bojo Achichuk was our crane. The sandhill crane, sometimes we call them the sand. Some of these are all part of our clanship too, in our Anishinaabe clans, and some of them Iroquois clans, Haudenosaunee clans too. Bojo Nana Bojo. Miigwech. So the next thing, he was still looking around, and he heard what do you think that is? A crow? Yeah, or a raven. We call him a raven, sorry. Gagag, eh? Kind of says his name, eh? Bojo Nana Bojo. Bojo. Kagag, eh? Miigwech. He put him up there. And as he is walking around that water, Nana Bojo was getting hungry, they say. So he started to look into the water, and he seen another one that he had to say hello before he was hungry. But he seen another friend of ours, and it's another one of our clans, the fish clan people. And we called them Gigon. Bojo Gigon. Bojo Nana Bojo. And he was so happy he didn't eat him. Miigwech. So that's what he's seen, first of all. And then as Nana Bojo was walking around, he started to think of all the other things in creation, like the land or the mountains. We call that our Aki. It would be like, this is the symbol, could be for the land, right? Bojo Aki. Or Mother Earth too. Aki Shkoka Makweo, you can say. Next thing he's seen was the Nebe, or like this is a picture of, I can use this for water or my lake. See, Nebe, or we can say that big body of water. Zaga again, our lake, right? Bojo, Miigwech. And I had to make something for medicine and plants and medicine, so I wanted to put them together. So I made this little symbol of myself. This kind of like plants, like tree, like an oak leaf, and then plants that grow and sprout up to the sky world, and they always go up, they say. And they start as seedlings like that, right? Like a seedling design like that. So I just want to say that. Say Bojo Mijikin, or Mishkike, sorry. Bojo Mishkike. Miigwech and Bojo Nana Bojo. And one of the things that Nana Bojo knew, or that he thought he should say hello to, is those elements that we have as well. And that one of these said to is Ishkode, Bojo Ishkode Manido. Bojo Nana Bojo, saying hello to the spirit of that fire. The next one was our Niwen Noden, or we say our Noden was our winds, the four winds. This is my symbol for four winds there. Miigwech, Miigwech, Bojo, I mean. And then I guess you could also talk about the Niwen, what they say, that the four directions, they say. We have four directions. So he would go around to each direction too. So Bojo Wabano, or Wabanung for the east. Bojo Jawanung to the south. Bojo, some people say Pingishmuk. I also know it as Nigabyanan. There's a spirit that lives in the west. But sometimes people say Bungishmuk, it's for the west, or Ishpingishmuk. I heard a different dialect there too. That's for the west, Bojo. And then Bojo Giwen, or Giwen Nong is the north, right? And that's the west wind is where Niga Binang. That's the where they say some stories say that Nana Bojo's father came from that direction. No. The next thing he wanted to greet and say hello to, they say, were the Metig, all the trees. And one of the very special Metigs that we say, Bojo Metig. Bojo Nana Bojo. One of the very important ones was our maple here that we have, kind of like looks like this. And then also, I didn't make it yet, but was our birch tree, right? Was a wigwash tree, and that was very important to Anishinaabe people. Was a wigwash tree there, right? Uh-huh. So the next thing, Nana Bojo was looking around. He had named a lot of things here. Right? He had named quite a few things, and Nana Bojo was looking around still, and he looked up into the sky and he seen the grandfather's sun still burning brightly. He said, Bojo Jesus, Bojo Mishomas Jesus, grandfather's son. Bojo Nana Bojo. Put him up there, move these guys up here like this. Here, let me move these down a little bit. And then the next thing he said hello to was his grandmother Moon. Dibigat Jesus. Bojo Dibigat Jesus. Bojo Nana Bojo. And then we have the last thing in the sky that he probably said hello to. Maybe one of the things was the Nung, or we say Nung Sak. Bojo Nung. Nung Sak, there's more than one. So Bojo Nung Sak, it's plural, eh? How? Miigwech. So all of those things he said hello to, right? And Nana Bojo in the stories, if you ever hear them, he had a mother, right? And he was raised by his grandmother, but something happened. His mother was named, that I found out, was named her name was Winona. So we could say this is a woman, right? We'll put this my symbol for a woman. But this could also represent his mother today. Bojo Ikwewak. Bojo to all the women there, right? But his mother's name was Winona. Did I mention that? Yeah, we'll put it there. And remember I was saying he also, Nana Bojo was raised by Nokomis. And this is what I was saying, I've learned different ways that Nana Bojo was his name. His grandmother's name was Wei Nana Bojo. That was his grandmother's actual name. So she kind of had that namesake because she raised him. But she's part of the creation story. So if you listen to the creation story, you get the original version, you'll hear it mentioned as a woman. There's Wei Nana Bojo as Nokomis there. Nana Bojo's grandmother. That's just one version. It's not saying that it's the right version. I'm just saying that's what I learned. And I didn't make enough of these guys. But Nana Bojo, Bojo is Nana Bojo was also had 3 brothers. He had 3 brothers, see, and these are the other brothers that I'm gonna have to make I have to make those 2 guys. I got an extra one. I don't know what I'm gonna make out of that one yet. But let's just say that Nana Bojo was here, and he had 3 brothers, eh? And they all shared his gifts. And Nana Bojo shared some of those gifts, or he tried to. But one of his great things to do was to tell stories and be like a trickster. But some people, we believe that Nana Bojo did a lot for us. He gave a lot of things to us in his stories, as well as lessons that we can find in our stories. So with that, we look at this time of the year of our Bibon, our winter time, coming into Zigwan, our spring, and then Niban in summer, and the Wagin. Sorry. And all those times is different times that we're supposed to do teachings and stories. And this winter time, when there's snow on the ground, is when we can tell Nana Bojo stories, right? So I just want to have an introduction to that storytelling, and I'm going to bring these bones back out sometime, and we're going to make a bag for them, and then you guys, we can choose them and tell the story with them at a later time. But I just want to mention that. So say miigwech to everyone, and nyawa goa to everyone. And I hope you have a good day. Hao, miigwech, nyao, hao.